The Art of War by Sun Tzu, summarized by Steve O. Courage and voiced by Uyo Uyo. The year was 2012. I needed to compete with hundreds of other entrepreneurs in a certain business. If you were in my shoes, what would you do? Even before I ventured out, I decided to research about every single competitor I was able to find. With this meticulous research, I easily figured out some common weaknesses upon which I could build a niche and a business. The number one major lesson in the art of war is, if you know your enemy as much as you know yourself, you'll win 100% of the time. By the way, if this is your first time on our channel, welcome. Consider subscribing because we'll help you to read all the world's best books under 7 minutes. Let's move to the second lesson. But wait, the Art of War was written by Sun Tzu more than 2,500 years ago, and it was written to teach military strategies. So why should you ever try to watch this video if you're not a soldier? Well, almost everything we do today has the element of war. Whether you're an athlete, an employee, or an entrepreneur, you have opponents and competitions in one way or the other. In our day-to-day activities, we negotiate and try to claim whatever we think it's ours. Unfortunately, many people in our world today aren't so nice or kind. Hence, we all may have to guide ourselves from being the victims of their callousness. That's why you may want to understand the concept of this book. Now, let's move to the second major lesson in the art of war. The other day, I watched a video of Oprah Winfrey where she was talking about how she became one of the world's most famous TV celebrities. She talked about what she always told her team. Hey guys, we cannot always control what the other people do, but we can always upgrade our game. Either in business, sports, or war, you cannot control what your opponent or competition does. Yes, as explained in the first major point of this book, you can spy your opponent and you should do it to ensure your victory. However, when it comes to your own defeat, you are the only one who can defeat yourself. Now, if this confuses you, here's the point. Armies are not defeated because of the strength of their opponents. They are defeated by their own weakness. Now, I really need you to understand this, so let me explain with a simpler analogy. If you are an entrepreneur, for instance, you may be tempted to think that your competition has power to destroy your business. But that's not true. You are the only one who can destroy your own business by refusing to learn and grow. Like Oprah, if you're always learning, always growing, and always upgrading your business games, your competition's best strategy is to run after you. The second most important lesson in the art of war is work on your weaknesses, because your weaknesses, not your competitor's strength, are what can destroy you. After it has become the biggest search engine in the world, Google started attacking its perceived enemies by going to their territories. Were you surprised that Google started making phones, cars, and a whole lot of other things? Do you think Google really care about those markets they recently started entering? Probably no. In my opinion, Google's major business is search engines, and that has to do with Google and YouTube. Dominating these two markets is the heart and priority of Google, but the company knows that other giant companies are potential threats. Pretending you can attack a threat before it attacks you makes him feel insecure. With this insecurity, he may never have the courage to come to your territory. It's a deceptive strategy to keep your opponent unbalanced. The third important lesson in the art of war is deceive your enemy and keep him off balance. There are about 25 banks in my country, many of which are old generation banks with billions of dollars as their capital base and hundreds of branches all across the country. Here comes a modern day bank with the intention to compete with those who have been in the business for decades. Building branches all across the nation to beat the existing banks will not work, and trying to capture the market share using the traditional method won't either. For this bank to win, they have to concentrate all their resources on building the best modern banking technologies, and that makes them become the most popular bank within a decade or two. What is the lesson here? The fourth important lesson in the art of war is, if your enemy has the strength to fight on the mountains, fight with him in the valley. After failing in the business world for about 6 months, a friend of mine advised me to go and get a job. Unfortunately, I have no certificate, so I was unemployable. This was not by accident, as I intentionally did away with certificates because I knew having certificate could make me easily run away when the business world becomes tough. You see, every war is serious and it has to be approached with do or die mentality. If you don't need it as much as your life, you probably don't need it that much. War and every other serious thing in life is tough. So if you want anything meaningful in life, you must want it badly enough. The fifth important lesson in the art of war is warfare is a matter of life and death. Now let's discuss. What lessons do you think I missed in this book? What points would you like to add? What other good books would you like our team to summarize next? We love to receive your comments. If you love this summary, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. And if you've not subscribed to our channel, subscribe now and turn on the notification because we'll help you to read all the best books in the world within 7 minutes. You can look at the description box to download my free business book, which I call The 13 Secrets School Did Not Teach You About How to Be Rich. We love you.